If you run a business selling a high-ticket offer, be it an agency service or info products or enterprise software, you need to use a CRM. Without it, you will not be able to scale to 7 figures and beyond. Those sloppy spreadsheets or tracking notes on paper, this lack of organization is actually killing your ability to grow. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you the exact workflows that any business owner needs to be utilizing inside their CRM so that they can better organize their pipeline and ultimately close more deals. So first off, I want to quickly describe what a CRM even is. It stands for Customer Relationship Management, and essentially it's just a software that will keep track of all of your pipeline, all of your prospects. And obviously when you're a small company and maybe you only have 5 or 10 prospects, keeping track of all of these people on a spreadsheet is not that bad. But if you're planning on being in business for years, you're gonna over time accumulate hundreds, if not thousands of prospects and dozens of closed deals. And at any given point, you might be managing a ton of different prospect conversations. And if you're trying to keep track of all this on just spreadsheets, you're going to let things slip through the cracks. You're gonna have prospects that need to be followed up with that you just forget to follow up with. Or maybe you need to talk to a prospect, but you lost their notes, so you don't remember what you even spoke about last time, and then you have a really difficult time closing them because you really can't remember what you're even talking about in prior conversations. A CRM allows you to do all of this. It allows you to very easily organize all of your prospects, even if there's thousands of them. It allows you to track all of your prior call history. It allows you to set follow-up tasks or prioritize certain leads that are closer to the finish line than others. So there's a million things that a CRM can do, which will make your life easier. But I do want to go into 4 specific things that are highly important in today's video. All right, so the first thing that I would recommend you do once you have a good CRM is to use it in the context of your prospecting. So in this case, I'm gonna actually be using Folk, which is a really cool CRM that I would recommend or any sort of early stage SMB to utilize. And the reason why is because it's very simple, it's intuitive, it doesn't have so many features that it'll kind of freak you out and become difficult to learn. If you want to try it out, by the way, just go to my description box below. There's a link that you can go and make an account. But one of the cool things about Folk is that it allows you to make prospecting just quite a lot easier, because they actually have this really cool Chrome extension, which allow you to just immediately pull in contacts that you find on LinkedIn. And then it'll even enrich with one click their email. And that way you can actually find, okay, here is the contact information, and then you can put them into a messaging campaign. And of course, if you're pulling in a lot of different contacts, you can en masse be able to send out messages to every single one of them. And this also makes your life a lot more efficient. Because this CRM also gives you some personalization options, you can set up these campaigns that you can customize based on their first name, their company name, their industry. And you can even make these multi-step sequences so that you can reach out to them multiple times to increase your likelihood of getting that conversion. So Folk is quite cool because it allows you to, with just one tool, make prospecting and even storing your information quite a lot easier. Now, the second workflow is actually tracking your call notes after you've spoken with them. Because let's say you run your outreach campaigns on Folk and you're successfully able to book a call and talk to a prospect. So what's really important is that you keep track of what you spoke about on the call. So in the future, when you jump back on a call with this prospect to try to close them or to onboard them, you're able to reference back to the things that you talked about. And just so that you know what types of notes I'm writing down as I'm on a call, these are the primary things. I'm gonna be asking about their goals, about their pain points, about what they're currently doing now to try to solve the problem. All these notes I'm actually writing down while I'm having the conversation with the client, and afterwards I just take these notes and I copy and paste them back into my CRM. And let's say a week after I jump on another call with that same prospect so I can try to close them, I'll have all of these notes in order for me to be able to have a more contextual conversation. In the past, I've forgotten to do this, and then when I jump back on a call, I just have no idea what to say, and that kind of screws up the deal if I'm being totally honest, and you don't want that to happen to yourself. Now, the third thing that you're gonna wanna do is track your opportunities and then schedule follow-ups. Because let's say you have a call with a prospect, it's important that you classify them to the correct stage. So let me give you a crash course on what types of opportunity stages exist. And essentially what an opportunity stage just helps you understand how far along a particular deal is. So you might have in progress, which means you're still in the earlier stages of talking to a client. Maybe you've done a single call, but you haven't necessarily gotten buy-in yet. So it's still an ongoing deal. Proposal sent might be where you've gotten some sort of verbal confirmation. It looks like they're about to move forward, but they haven't signed yet or they haven't paid yet. So it's almost there, but not quite. Closed won is pretty self-explanatory. They've paid, they're a current client. And then closed lost as well is pretty clear. It's just someone who didn't buy for whatever reason. So this is really important because it allows you to have oversight into where your pipeline is. It'll show you, okay, I have this many deals that are almost about to close, and this gives you projections and insight into how much money you might be able to make this month. If you see that you have no pipeline, then obviously that should fire you into another gear so that you do more prospecting to ultimately generate more pipeline. That also allows you to allocate your attention towards the most important deals. Because of course, if you have some deals that are kind of stuck in proposal sent, these are the people who are so close to the finish line, you should absolutely spend more time into trying to bring them through instead of just wasting time on doing other things that might be lesser value. And then with a CRM such as Folk, you can allow yourself to set some reminders to follow up with certain people and hopefully get them to the finish line where they buy your product. And then the final thing that you should do is actually analyze your numbers. Because your CRM is not simply a tool to help you do outreach or organize your leads so that you could follow up with them, but it's also a way that you could look back at all of your sales and try to find ways that you can improve your process. As an example, maybe you go into all the deals that you've lost and then you look through their notes again and you're able to try to find some patterns in why they closed lost. And perhaps if you're noticing that, oh, this specific reason why people say no to buying consistently comes up, you can actually use that information and try to improve. Maybe there's a missing feature that you have which is causing you to lose a lot of deals. And now that you see that this is a pattern, you can go and improve your product and no longer have to deal with this objection. So closed lost analysis is really good. And then maybe you can go to your closed won deals and see if you can find any patterns there. Are there any common reasons why people typically like to buy? If so, you can incorporate those reasons as a more central part of your copywriting and on your website. But you can't do this unless you're actually keeping track of all of this inside your CRM. And there's a million more ways that you could utilize this data, but I'm just trying to give you a couple examples right now. But overall, those are a couple methods that you can utilize inside your CRM in order to improve your business. Once again, I was using Folk for the most part in these examples today because it is a very good tool, and you can just go to my description box and you can actually just sign up for a free account and try it out today. So hopefully this is helpful. My name is Lloyd Yip once again. Please like and subscribe if this content was helpful to you, because it's incredibly motivating for me whenever people tell me that yes, your content is valuable, it's actually helping me in my business, and it fires me up so I can create more free content just like this for you. But if you're looking for a little bit more of a personalized recommendation, then just book a call with me below, because I'm happy to jump on a quick conversation with you so I can give you some custom recommendations so that you can accelerate in your own business. I've helped over 150 plus clients at this point with systemizing their growth and their lead generation, and there's no doubt that I can do the same for you. So with that being said, hopefully this is helpful. I have more free content right here that you can check out. So go for it, watch them. I'm sure they'll be valuable, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.